Alright, what's up guys, it's your boy Dane Visuals here, and in this video I'm going to teach you guys how to master basically travel videography on your Sony A7IV. Gonna be some easy tips or stuff that I do personally that helps me to get travel content. So if you guys want to know, just stick around and watch this video to the end. Alright, so when you're shooting travel stuff, I say you don't need to have the most gear, you kind of want to have a little bit of minimalism. But for me personally, I know I need to have something that's going to help me with stabilization. I also need to have lenses that have different focal lengths. I personally like to shoot wide a lot because when I shoot wide, I can get some really cool perspectives. So I like to shoot wide and get lots of low angles. So anything that is 28mm or below works perfectly for me. I have a 28mm right now, and I also plan to be using a 50mm. If I can give you any kind of advice, if you're shooting travel stuff, try and plan your shots in advance. It's usually good to have a tripod or a gimbal of some sort. Also, it's a really good idea to have ND filters. Because I have different lenses that have different third sizes, I don't care about ND filters. It's a little bit cumbersome for me, so I just turn up my shutter speed. Yes, I know the camera gear enthusiasts are gonna attack me, but honestly, for me, it's more about getting those beautiful shots than it is about always focusing on motion blur. I understand that if you can, you're gonna wanna use ND filters, but right now, the place is looking amazing. I just wanna get some nice shots. So for me, I need a tripod, a gimbal, a really wide angle lens. Oh, and definitely some drone. I'm gonna be definitely getting some drone shots. So those are some of the gears that I recommend. There's other things, but I think once you have decent stabilization and you're getting a mixture of both slow motion and fast motion stuff, you'll be good to go. All right guys, so for me personally, I love to start off with like very low angle shots because I feel like that makes your subject look a lot more powerful. So right now we have the subject out here. We have a beautiful like background with like water and trees. So just to kind of introduce the subject, I'm going to start off with like a low orbiting shot. So right now we're just going slowly around the subject and revealing like the location. So this makes people look very cool and powerful. So that's something you can use in like music videos, but for travel stuff it's really nice, especially if you have a good background and a nice wide angle lens. All right, now he's walking off, you know, on his own, no direction, but it still looks cool because I'm following him and tracking him. A gimbal is going to be very ideal for this because once you have a gimbal, you can track motion very smoothly. I have a problem though because sometimes I feel like I use my gimbal way too much. You shouldn't only use gimbal shots, but I won't lie to you guys, I love getting nice gimbal shots. So we have him right here and it just looks absolutely amazing. All right. So that's my nice low angle intro shot. All right, so the next shot I want to get now is just some B-roll. It's always important to have B-roll. So I feel like I just go get some of these trees over here. They're abstract, they don't make sense, but your video shouldn't just be, you know, off your subject. So we're getting some B-roll here. Again, I love to do my low angle orbits. That's how it's a trademark of mine. I love low angles, it makes things look more powerful, and I love orbiting. This is just some B-roll of the ocean. Again, I just love low angles. I don't know, something about low angles just gives me a vibe. But you have to get a lot of B-roll because basically you need shots to cut to. You don't just want one long shot of one thing. You want different things to kind of give interest. I'd also say make a story beforehand, but this is all freehand for me right now. I'm just getting different shots in different locations. The place is really beautiful right now, so a nice shot of the location is going to show. You want persons to watch your video and kind of know where you are and how it's at. So I see a nice tree out there by itself. I'm going to go there and get a shot of that right now too. There's just something about like a nice low angle shot that just feels like really cinematic to me. So yeah, this tree is out here by itself. I'm loving it too. So I'm just doing this as well. So you can see the nice bright sky in the background. Just going around it. It's in the middle of nowhere out here. I also plan to get in some of these shots too because it's really important sometimes to have a subject that kind of adds interest to the video. You don't want to be doing videos where it's just the background only. I used to do that a lot because I didn't like shooting people, but the more you shoot you realize that it's important to add like a subject or like areas of like different interests. So yeah, definitely try and incorporate stuff like that to give you like an extra vibe and you'll get some really different perspectives. I think now I'm gonna do some drone, so I'm gonna get the drone right now. Alright guys, so right now we have the drones out. So pretty much we're gonna try to get some shots with the drone. Drone again is something you use to show perspective. We have a drone out right now with Mr. Buster Visuals. But yeah, about to rise up this right now, the Mini 3 Pro. I think drone is essential for when you're doing travel content. It just kind of gives everything a different look. Why I use the Mini 3 Pro over like, because I have a Mavic Pro 2, is because when I'm doing travel content, I want like lighter gear or smaller gear. I just feel it's easier to get those shots. I don't want to have to pull out something like that's going to be hard to maneuver or control. So I want something that's fairly simple. So for me, I just try to find a nice spot in the middle of the air, and then I just do some slow movements. So I'm gonna go over here now and just start showing the background. There's a lot of people here, so I'm trying to avoid shooting people with the camera, not with a gun or anything. Just getting a nice shot from high above. And then what is really important with drone is to change your perspectives. Try not to shoot in just one perspective. So you can get like, you know, a pull-out shot, but it's also important to get like, you know, maybe a shot like below where the camera is pointing directly below. I think those are pretty nice. So right now, let me just go ahead and get that for you guys as well. So a nice looking down and pulling up, that's also a nice perspective to get. Shows the contrast between like the ocean and, you know, where we're shooting, still going up. All right, so just coming around with it. And a point to know is that when you're really high up in the air, it's really nice, or it's really important to ensure that you're getting a good amount of speed. When you're high up, things are gonna move slower, so you wanna be faster. When you're really close to stuff on drones, it's best to shoot like slower. But when you're really high up, it's nice to shoot like at medium speed because things are a little bit far away. So right now I have the drone on normal mode and I'm getting a really nice overview of the entire area. It's actually really beautiful from above. So yeah, just ensure you're getting like different perspectives. It's easy to just get one perspective, but like try to see it from like different angles or as closely as you can. So this is a nice one right now.